Hey guys, in today's video I'm bringing the top 5 beginner mistakes in anti-chess. And this is just going to be kind of just super high level and just talking about the concepts. And then in the future I'll end up going into, I'll create some more videos with more detail of each of these 5 things. So, number 1 mistake for anti-chess is playing lost openings. We see as players are just getting started and learning how to play, they tend to play standard chess openings, so e4 and d4, which are both actually forced losses in anti-chess. And eventually they learn, okay, don't play those, but then they play other openings that are also maybe not a forced loss right away, but are a losing position. And even if we talk about the suicide defense, like BB7 is classic response to E3 that a lot of beginner players use. That's one of the first ones that they learn. Intermediate players are still using it, and even some better players use it, mostly just to flag their opponents, but those are all, it ends up being like lost positions for you, and it's just that's the number 1 mistake. Number 2 is throwing away pieces with no purpose. So you'll see beginner players, they just say, hey, I can get rid of this piece, so I'm going to get rid of it. So anytime that they see an opportunity to get rid of a piece, they always do it, and it's without really looking ahead to see what the next move is going to be. What a lot of people, when they're getting started off, don't understand is that in most cases you actually want more pieces. The more pieces that you have, the easier it is for you to control the board and force your opponent to do the things that you want them to do and kind of trap them. So it's kind of counterintuitive at the beginning that you actually want more pieces in order to win. So it's kind of like, it's just like standard chess in that regard, but I'll do another video on this to go into a lot more detail. Number 3 is ditching the queen too early. So a lot of people think, hey, this queen can do a lot of damage, I need to get rid of it, and you'll see them like on their second or third move bringing the queen out so that they can get rid of it. And it turns out the queen is actually one of the most powerful pieces in anti-chess. It allows you to destroy your opponent's position. You can attack multiple squares at once, so you can kind of like fork your opponent and trap them. So basically the queen is a middle game piece. You don't want to get rid of it at the beginning, and it's usually not safe to have in the end game. So your queen is a middle game piece that you want to use to your advantage. The number 4 mistake is incorrect capture order. I think this is something that the more you play, you'll end up learning the right order to capture things. But basically, if you've got 2 different pieces that you can capture, you need to look to see which one you should be taking first. And oftentimes we'll see beginners, when they're playing, they'll take the wrong piece first, which then makes it so they lose, where if they would have taken the other piece first, they would be fine, and in some cases winning, where it's like, if I take this piece I win, if I take this piece I lose, and they kind of just move too fast, or they're not calculating. And again, I think that's something that you kind of figure out the more you play, but I might do a video on that as well. And then the number 5 mistake is losing the king. So just like the queen being one of your most important pieces, the king is also one of your most important pieces. So the king is a great piece in the sense that it has a short range. So it allows you to move around the board and kind of basically stay safe. Like, you don't have to open up another one of your pieces, like a rook or a bishop or something, or like you don't want to be moving to open up lines. So the king's not a piece that you want to really be ditching until you've got basically mate lined up. You can play without your king. It's not like it's like, oh, I lost my king, the game's over. But typically you want to be holding on your king to the end of the game. So those are the top 5 beginner mistakes in anti-chess. Like I said, I'm going to go into some more detail on the individual items here in the near future. All right, see you guys.